Everybody. Today we're going to be reading The Day the Crayons Quit, written by Drew Daywall and illustrated by Oliver Jeffers. This book is being read with permission from Philomel Books. So just by taking a look at our front cover here, how do we think the crayons feel? What's our best prediction? What are their expressions? They're holding signs. So are they happy or are they sad? All right. And then we're going to take a look at our back cover here as well, too. The battle lines have been drawn. So we have some crayons here holding some signs. They don't look very happy. The signs don't read that they're very happy. Some of them say, boo, down with this sort of thing, and we are not happy. All right, so let's figure out why the crayons quit. One day in class, Duncan went to take out his crayons and found a stack of letters with his name on them. To Duncan. Hey Duncan, it's me, Red Crayon. We need to talk. You make me work harder than any of your other crayons. All year long, I wear myself out coloring fire engines, apples, strawberries, and everything else that's red. I even work on holidays. I have to color all the Santas at Christmas and all the hearts on Valentine's Day. I need a rest. Your overworked friend, Red Crayon. And here we see Red Crayon leaning up against the wall. He's got some sweat coming off of him here. He's a little tired. He's overworked. We've got some apples, hearts, strawberries, everything that he's complained about drawing all year long. Dear Duncan, all right, listen. I love that I'm your favorite crayon for grapes, dragons, and wizard hats, but it makes me crazy that so much of my gorgeous color goes outside the lines. If you don't start coloring inside the lines soon, I'm going to completely lose it. Your very neat friend, Purple Crayon. So if you look close to all the pictures here, you can see that Duncan hasn't been coloring in the lines. He's being kind of sloppy with it. And Purple Crayon's had enough of it. All right. Dear Duncan, I'm tired of being called light brown or dark tan because I am neither. What kind of color do we think this crayon is then? If he's not light brown or dark tan, I know, let's find out. I am beige and I am proud. I am also tired of being second place to Mr. Brown Crayon. It's not fair that Brown gets all the bears, ponies, and puppies, while the only things I get are turkey dinners, if I'm lucky. And wheat. And let's be honest, when was the last time you saw a kid excited about coloring wheat? Your beige friend, Beige Crayon. All right, so our context clues told us what? What color is this crayon? Beige, that's right. Oh, wow. What do we see here? What kind of color are we seeing? Do you see any animals in here? Maybe this one right here. What do we think this is? All right, good job. Maybe a whale, maybe a cat. We'll find out. This one looks like a rhino because it has a spear at the top of its nose. And what's this big one back here? An elephant, yeah. All right, let's hear what Gray Crayon has to say. Duncan. Gray Crayon here. You're killing me. I know you love elephants, and I know that elephants are gray, but that's a lot of space to color in all by myself. And don't even get me started on rhinos, hippos, and humpback whales. You know how tired I am after handling one of those things? Such big animals. Baby penguins are gray, you know. So are very tiny rocks, pebbles. How about one of those things once in a while, just to give me a break? Your very tired friend, Gray Crayon. So here we see Mr. Gray Crayon pointing to a baby penguin and then some pebbles here at the bottom. Just some smaller things to give him a break. All right. What's different about this page here? Right, it's a black background instead of a white one. And it's written with what kind of color? White. So maybe this is about white crayon. Dear Duncan, You color with me, but why? Most of the time, I'm the same color as the page you're using me on. White. If I didn't have a black outline, you wouldn't even know I was there. I'm not even in the rainbow. I'm the only color used for snow or to fill in empty space between other things. And it leaves me feeling, well, empty. We need to talk. Your empty friend, White Crayon. So we can't even see White Crayon here. Hi, Duncan. I hate being used to draw the outline of things. Things that are colored in by other colors, all of which think they're brighter than me. It's not fair when you use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill in the colors of the ball with all the other crayons. How about a black beach ball? Is that too much to ask? Your friend, Black Crayon. So here we see things that Black Crayon would like to be used for, because usually rainbows are really colorful and the beach balls are kind of like the rainbow. Maybe just use a black crayon. Dear Duncan, as Green Crayon, I am writing for 2 reasons. One is to say that I like my workload of crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs, and frogs. I have no problems and wish to congratulate you on a very successful coloring things green career so far. The second reason I write is for my friends Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon, who are no longer speaking to each other. Both crayons feel they should be the color of the sun. Please settle this soon, because they're driving the rest of us crazy. Your happy friend, Green Crayon. Dear Duncan, Yellow Crayon here. I need you to tell Orange Crayon that I am the color of the sun. I would tell him that, but we are no longer speaking. And I can prove I'm the color of the sun too. Last Tuesday, you used me to color in the sun on your Happy Farm coloring book. In case you've forgotten, it's on page 7. You can't miss me. I'm shining down brilliantly on a field of yellow corn. Your pal and the true color of the sun, Yellow Crayon. So in our little note here from Yellow Crayon, he tells us that on page 7 of the Happy Farm coloring book, he's being used as a sun. So over here we can see the Happy Farm. Here's the hay, here's the corn, and the sun up here is yellow. So maybe Duncan does think that he's the real color of the sun. Let's find out. Alright, what color is this on the page? Who do we think this next letter's from? Orange Crayon. Dear Duncan, I see Yellow Crayon has already talked to you, the big whiner. Anyway, could you please tell Mr. Tattletale that he is not the color of the sun? I would, but we're no longer speaking. We both know I am clearly the color of the sun, because on Thursday, you used me to color the sun on both the Monkey Island and the Meet the Zookeeper pages in your Day at the Zoo coloring book. Orange, you glad I'm here? Haha. Your pal and the real color of the sun, Orange Crayon. So here we see both pages that he used the orange crayon for the sun. Dear Duncan, it has been great being your favorite color this past year, and the year before, and the year before that. I have really enjoyed all those oceans, lakes, rivers, raindrops, rain clouds, and clear skies. But the bad news is that I am so short and stubby I can't even see over the railing in the crayon box anymore. I need a break. Your very stubby friend, Blue Crayon. So if we take a look at this picture in our book, we can see that Blue Crayon is really short, and then he's laying down, so maybe he is really tired. Maybe he really does need a break. Well, look at all that he's being used to color. Alright, here we go. Duncan. Okay, listen here, kid. You have not used me once in the past year. It's because you think I'm a girl's color, isn't it? Speaking of which, please tell your little sister I said thank you for using me to color in her Little Princess coloring book. I think she did a fabulous job of staying in the lines. Now, back to us. Could you please use pink sometime to color the occasional pink dinosaur or monster or cowboy? Goodness knows they could use a splash of color. Your unused friend, Pink Crayon. So here's some ideas of what Pink Crayon thinks they could be used for. Here's the princess from his coloring page. Hey Duncan, it's me, Peach Crayon. Why did you peel off my paper wrapping? Now I'm naked and too embarrassed to leave the crayon box. I don't even have any underwear. How would you like to go to school naked? I need some clothes. Help! Your naked friend, Peach Crayon. So what do we see over here from Peach Crayon? What are some details that tell you that maybe he doesn't want to get out of the box? Right, his clothes are down here on the ground. He's just peeking over. He looks kind of worried. Well, poor Duncan just wanted to color, and of course he wanted his crayons to be happy, and that gave him an idea. When Duncan showed his teacher his new picture, she gave him an A for coloring. So what do we see here? Right, all of the colors, and they're being used for different things. So here's a pink dinosaur, here's the Santa with maybe an orange hat. And then what did he do with the sky? Right, he put an orange sun and then made the background of it yellow. So both of them are getting used for the sky. And an A+ for creativity. So that is the end of our book. So now I want you to grab your crayons, your colored pencils, anything that you use to color with, and draw a picture of how you think the crayons would like to be used. So just like our crayons in the book, this might not be the most conventional picture. Maybe the red crayons used for something different than they normally be used for. So go ahead and draw me a picture, have an adult take a picture of it, and then post it in the comments below.